Hey guys, welcome back. So I got a video for y'all today all about this palette right here. This is the Warrior by Juvia's Place. Really pretty. So we're gonna do like we normally do in these videos. We will talk about the pricing, we'll look at the packaging, we'll look at some swatches. I will show you in comparison to a few other palettes from Juvia's Place and then one other one that I think it's a little bit comparable to. And then also just let you know what I think about the formula and my overall thoughts and review on this palette. And then I will also show you a little tutorial on this look right here. So yeah, let's get to it. So the price of this palette is $21, but you can use somebody's discount code to save a little bit of money. So that's just a little FYI. This is what the outside sleeve looks like. Really beautiful. It's kind of like an orangey, coppery up to yellowy golden, sort of an ombre gradient look there. Really beautiful graphic. So that is what the outside sleeve looks like. The palette looks the same. Just really, really pretty. Very similar in like how it feels and looks to the other Juvia's Place palettes if you collect them like I do. It's just a beautiful palette, and I think the whole coloring here totally matches the theme of what you get inside because it's a very kind of coppery, orangey, goldeny, just bronzy sort of a palette. It's really, really beautiful. Large shadows in here. There is no mirror, so that's just a little FYI. So no mirror, but you do just get a really nice collection of mattes and just rich metallic-y sort of shades. So there are 1, 2, 3 mattes, and then the rest are kind of shimmery metallic-y colors. But overall, it's super neutral. It's super bronzy. So that's a little bit different for Juvia's Place. Most of their palettes are very colorful, and this one is super neutral and just a very bronzy, beautiful, warm-toned palette. Let me show you in comparison to a few others. So first off, I grabbed the Nubian, which is really, I would say their only other truly neutral palette that they have, but they do have a different feel to them. The Nubian just has more of a kind of burgundy sort of a theme to it. Does have some of those kind of warm tones, but this one, the Warrior, just has more of a bronzy tint to it. So both neutral palettes, but different. This one is the Saharan on top. So there are a couple of slightly similar shades like this one, and then this one is slightly similar to this one, but really overall still very different, but just wanted to show you in comparison. This one is the Saharan 2. So this one really doesn't have a lot of similarities. There's kind of like colors that would go well with these, but really, again, not very many similar shades. And then this one is the Nubian 2. So once again, not really any similar shades. Just wanted to kind of show you in comparison so that you can see that you are getting something different with the Warrior palette. I mean, at first thought, you might think that there would be some in other palettes, but really when you get into looking more closely, there really aren't a lot that are super similar at all. And funny enough, I was thinking that it would be pretty similar to the BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Gilded palette, and there are some colors in here that are slightly similar, like some of the golden and sort of bronzy colors, but there's different things happening in the Gilded palette. Honestly, I think that these would pair really beautifully together, but they definitely have the same sort of theme and overall tone to them, but there are still different things happening in each palette. I mean, obviously these colors are really close, and maybe like this one is slightly similar to this one, but still different. The makeup lover in me still says that they are still different, but I think they'd pair really nicely together, so I think I kind of want to try them that way too. Now for some swatches, starting on the top left side of the palette. That one is Amina. The next one there is Idia. The top dark brown one is Mino. I'm having to hold the palette so I can read it because they're kind of hard to see because it's on that metallic-y sort of a background. So that is the top row. I do feel like this one swatches a little bit yucky looking, but it's really, really nice when you use it on the eyes. So don't let the swatch fool you on that one. Middle row of the palette, this one is Ahosi. This one is Maremo. This one is Kano. Once again, I feel like it doesn't swatch quite as well as it works on the eyes because it works beautifully on the eyes. Bottom row of the palette, this one is Dahomey. Dahomey. Next row, or next color right there, this one is Bakwa. Bakwa. And that last color right there is Benin. Benin. Look at these. Aren't they amazing? I had the hardest time choosing what to use in my eye look today because I just love so many of the colors in here. They're just beautiful, so richly pigmented and just intense. And as far as the formula goes on these shadows and just how they are to work with, the formula is so, so good. The mattes are just buttery and blendable and pigmented. I mean, the mattes practically blend themselves. They are just such an easy formula to work with. Very, very minimal fallout. I do notice a little bit of fallout with the metallic-y shades, but honestly, I think that's more user error. I just need to tap off my brush. I forget how pigmented these are. These are a thick, if you've used Juvia's Place shadows before, particularly the metallic-y shades, they are a thick sort of a formula to them. They just have that sort of a richness to them. So I like to kind of dig my brush into them a little bit to really get that where they build on top of themselves, because when you do that, they're just super duper intense. So when I do that, I tend to get myself a little bit of fallout, but even saying fallout, it's very, very, very minimal. And like I said, probably more user error, but just so vibrant and pigmented, just beautiful. I love them. So I do notice also with this kind of a thicker metallic-y formula, I do occasionally get a little bit of creasing, but it's very minimal, and I just kind of tap my finger and it totally takes care of it. I think it's the fact that it's just that thick sort of a formula to them. I'm not mad at it. I still love these shadows. So overall opinion on this palette, I love this. I'm a Juvia's Place palette lover. I collect them. I think they're amazing. And while I love so many other colorful shadows, because I think they do those really, really well, this is probably going to be one of my most reached for in my collection, just because I love these sort of colors. And these are colors that I wear on the regular to anywhere in life. So I think this is just going to really serve me well for most places that I go. Work, you know, date night, whatever. It's just a very usable, appropriate palette for a lot of different occasions. It's just beautiful. So overall, I love it. I would highly recommend it. So that's my overall review. So now we are going to get into the tutorial. Let's get to it. Okay, so I've already applied some eyeshadow primer and set that. So now I'm going to get a little combination of these two right here, this kind of light shade and this kind of transition shade on a Cozette S175 brush. I really kind of need a combo of the two because this one is just a little bit deep for me. So I'm going to do a little combo and put that into my crease and transition area and just build that up. I'm going to get some of this shade right here. This is Idia on just a flat concealer brush from Sigma. And I'm going to apply that all over my lid, out to the outer corner, into the inner corner, just building this up. Now I'm going to get a little combination of these two for my outer corner, just adding a tiny little bit of that. I'm also going to put a tiny little bit of this on the inner corner. I'm going to get some of Maremi on a really tiny brush, and I'm going to spray this with a little bit of setting spray, just to, it really doesn't need to be intensified, but just so I can like get it perfectly applied to the center of my lid. Just want a little pop. I can go back and do any blending you feel like you need to do, or adding any colors back that you feel like you lost. Now I'm just going to smudge some pencil liner on my upper lash line. This is the Laura Geller Incredible Waterproof Gel Eyeliner Pencil in Brown Eyed Girl. And then I'm also going to apply some mascara to my upper lashes, clean up my under eyes, and I'll be right back. I actually decided that I want to apply a little bit of shadow over my liner. So I'm just going to smudge some of that dark brown over the top of this pencil liner. Just kind of softening it and making it kind of smudgy. Then for my lower lash line, I'm going to start with some of this liner. This is the Laura Geller Incredible Waterproof Gel Eyeliner Pencil in Rose Gold. Then I'm going to take some of the same color, Idia, and apply that over the top of that liner. This is the BH Cosmetics number 10 brush. Just going to run that over there, just so it's a really kind of goldeny, bronzy, smoky eye. I guess technically it's a halo eye. I'm also going to pop a little bit of this color with a pencil brush on the inner corners of my eyes. I just love that little pop of highlight. Now I'm just going to finish off with some mascara on my lower lashes. Alright guys, so that wraps up this video. So I hope that you really enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful for you. Please do a thumbs up if it was. Let me know down below what you think about this palette. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!